Hello, you are watching Traders Calendar on Insta TV channel with me, Tahmina Salomova. At the end of the current week, the markets will monitor the following macroeconomic events. On Thursday, publication of the key interest rate decision by the Reserve Bank on New Zealand will be the first significant event of the day. Most analysts expect to see a decrease to 2.75%. At the previous meeting, the RBNZ cut the benchmark interest rate by 0.25% to 3% per annum. Moreover, the regulator didn't exclude further cuts of the interest rates due to deterioration in the economic forecast and inflation expectations. The central bank supposes that the current decline in export prices, economic activity and inflation means that the interest rate hike will not be discussed for a while. This day, the Bank of England will also unveil its decision on country's monetary policy. In this case, market unanimously suppose that the current stance and the key interest rate at the level of 0.5% per annum will be remaining unchanged. In the previous month, members of the Monetary Policy Committee voted 801 to keep rates or hold at a record low of 0.5%. Besides, the MPC members decided to leave the asset purchase program at £375 billion. Nevertheless, the day of the key interest rate hike is approaching. The regulator noted that the UK's economy has regained the ground, however, inflation is still below the target level. Thus, the benchmark interest rate rise to the level of 2.5%, 3% will be rather smooth. On Friday, the Producer Price Index data for August will see the light of day in the US. Analysts anticipate a 0.1% drop compared to the previous month. In July, producer prices slid to 0.2% from 0.4% in June. Nevertheless, the indicator exceeded the forecast of 0.1%. At the same time, the annual dynamic of the indicator turned out to be negative and showed a 0.8% decline amid lower oil prices, the US dollar strengthening and reduction in global demand. The negative dynamic has been lodged for 6 months in a row. The Producer Price Index is a leading indicator of consumer inflation. In addition to these events, the following statistics will be published at the end of the week. On Thursday, Japan will release the machinery orders data. Australia will reveal reports on unemployment and jobless rates. Data on the Consumer Price Index and Producer Price Index will be out in China. The US will report on a number of unemployment claims. On Friday, the EU financial ministers will hold the meeting in Brussels, and the US will disclose the Consumer Sentiment Report. On Saturday, the Eurogroup meeting will take place. On Sunday, the industrial production data is slated for release in China. It was Traders Calendar on Insta TV channel. See you!